It can be a really sentimental time for gamers when the favorite console that you spent so many years playing on and creating fond memories with starts being phased out of support from its developers as they push for the next generation of consoles. Take for example the PlayStation 3. This was my first real console that I could call my own, but around 2017 when they really started excluding the console from all of the new game releases, I was kind of heartbroken. Even though I'd had the console for 7 years at this point and it sounded like a literal jet engine whenever I turned it on, it still had a special place in my heart. And I can imagine that that's what longtime Nintendo fans are feeling right now as we get closer to the end of support for the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS consoles. These were the 8th and 9th generation of handheld consoles for Nintendo, and during their time they were received extremely well by the fans. Well, I don't know about this one, but the consoles definitely had an audience. And now, unfortunately, the audience is slowly being pushed from support as we get closer to the next generation of Nintendo. Now, of course, this isn't new news. Nintendo been announced this earlier last year, and I even made a video about the situation not too long ago when I talked about an exploit on these older consoles. It was crazy times. But just recently, Nintendo has gone on to further warn players of the legacy consoles of the next impending changes going into effect on the 27th of next month. Those plans being shutting down the Nintendo eShop for both of these consoles, the digital storefront that's included with Nintendo systems. But the thing is, while this is obviously unfortunate, it can be even more detrimental to certain Nintendo fans' wallets, as if they don't act fast in regards to this change, they could be subject to losing money. Just like you're subject to hearing about my Patreon. If you want to support the channel, gain access to exclusive videos that'll never go to YouTube, or be able to watch my channel videos earlier than when I usually upload them, feel free to check the link in the description below and become a Patreon member today. Like I stated before, Nintendo already announced its plans to shut down the eShop on March 27th of 2023 as the next step in moving away from the older consoles. And with this being a digital storefront, some players may have loaded funds into their accounts to be able to easily spend when they choose to shop. But the problem that arrives from this is the fact that if these funds aren't removed from your Wii U or 3DS account before it shuts down, Nintendo announced that players will lose access to this money. Well, not necessarily lose the money, more like have it taken by Nintendo, basically playing finders keepers with your bread. Now for most people, this won't really affect them. I can imagine that because of how old the consoles are, I don't think too many people are loading hundreds of dollars into the older eShop. That's more of something that's done with the new Nintendo console, you know, the Switch. But maybe if you ever loaded money onto these consoles in the past, and you may have some leftover change in there, it wouldn't hurt to move those funds from your account. You know, money is money. And apparently the only way that you can move funds from your old device is to move them into a Nintendo account wallet. And how you do this, I have no idea, bro. I'm just here to be a messenger. They don't pay me enough to make tutorials. Actually, they don't pay me at all. YouTube, what's up? So with this information, I think it's important for Nintendo's legacy players to act accordingly to the situation. Fortunately though, online play and access to old purchases from the store will still be available for the foreseeable future. But it won't be long before the console is completely phased out of Nintendo's ecosystem. So what do you guys think about Nintendo's latest information, man? Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, if you like on the video, subscribe, check out the Patreon if you feel like it, man. Yeah.